So let me make sure I got it right. Zoe Saldana can portray Nina Simone, but Lupita Nyong'o cannot portray Helen the Troy. Zoe Saldana can portray Nina Simone, who is actually a historical figure, somebody who has actually existed, but Lupita Nyong'o cannot portray Helen the Troy. And I know we learned about her in school, you guys, but there is no proof that she actually existed, first of all. Second of all, the only thing we know about Helen the Troy for sure is that she was so beautiful that men would go to war for her. Now tell me how that isn't an accurate depiction of Lupita Nyong'o. I'll wait. Right? If that is what we know about her for sure, then Lupita is definitely the right woman to play her. She is drop dead gorgeous, and I'm sure a lot of men would go to war for her. So, what exactly is the issue here? So it seems like what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. Again, when dark-skinned black women are being portrayed, played, depicted by light-skinned and biracial women, there's no problem. But the opposite seems to be a problem for grown ass white men. Really, guys? Is this the best use of your time? Like, don't you have a job? Like, do you have nothing better to do than be on Reddit all day and cry about how Lupita Nyong'o is in a movie for exactly 4 minutes? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Listen, when Zoe Saldana played Nina Simone, the only person that I heard say anything was Chrissy. She was the only person who said that was wrong. Everybody else was quiet as a church mouse, and I expect the same to happen here. And you guys, I say this as somebody who is not for people being played by people who don't look like them. I'm talking again about real historical figures, like people who have actually existed. Okay, I am not for them being played by people who look nothing like them, because accurate depiction matter, right? People who don't know anything about Nina Simone, like watching her, should be able to see what Nina actually looked like, which in my opinion wasn't the case, right? I feel like Zoe Saldana, even though, she darkened her skin in order to play Nina, which in itself is bazooka, you guys, because they are dark-skinned actresses who could have played that role. And Zoe herself came out later on and said that it was wrong for her to do that, and said that she should have left that opportunity for dark-skinned actresses, okay? But anyways, as I was saying, getting heated up, you guys, sorry. Even though she darkened her skin in order to play Nina Simone, she still didn't really look like her, because Nina has a bulbous nose, which Zoe doesn't. So yeah, whatever. And again, that did bother me, because I'm not for historical figures being played by people who don't look like them. I wouldn't be for it if the opportunity was given for a dark-skinned black woman to play somebody that was mixed or light skin in real life as well, you guys. I think it goes both ways, right? I'm not for it. I wouldn't be for somebody who looks nothing like Tina Turner playing her in a biopic. I wouldn't be for it, okay? Again, because I believe that accurate depiction matters. But, we live in a woke world right now, and we have done this before, again, with Nina Simone and a lot of other people. Then I feel like the same thing should be able to work when it's the other way around, right? Because, again, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, okay? If Zendaya is the face of black womanhood, then I don't see any problem with the black women getting roles where they're going to be playing women who were black skin or even white, right? Let's go all the way, okay? Let's go crazy, right? If this is what we're gonna do, then let's just do it right. I genuinely don't care. Like, to me, this is not a problem. Because back when Chrissy was complaining about Zoe playing Nina Simone, everybody was like, oh, you're a colorism crybaby. Even though, like I said, meanwhile, Zoe herself came out and said that was wrong. And there was also Amanda Senberg, who literally walked out of the Black Panthers audition because she felt like she should leave that role for dark-skinned black actresses, right? Because even she knew that was wrong, right? She knew it wasn't right for her to play that character, and she said so herself. And she decided herself, you know what, I'm not going to be taking this opportunity away from dark-skinned black actresses, because we all know that they're already very far and few in between, roles for them. So the few ones that actually, should be given to them are now being given to women who look nothing like them, and nobody is betting an eyelash, which it's fine, like I said. But now, when it's the other way around, everybody's upset. Same way everybody was upset when Halle Bailey was cast in order to become the Little Mermaid. Same grown, supposedly white men were on Reddit complaining about her being chosen. to play again, you guys. I really need this to be at the forefront of your mind. A fictional character, right? Little Mermaid, fictional character. Helen the Troy, as far as we know, fictional character, right? And my daughter loved the Little Mermaid movie, by the way, you guys. It meant so much to her to see a brown skin Little Mermaid. And we had a white one before, right? I grew up, watching the Little Mermaid, the white version, and I liked it, and that was fine. But there are a lot of little dark skin girls who watch Disney as well, and they deserve to be represented as well. Yeah, grown ass man was mad because Hailey Bailey was chosen in order to be the Little Mermaid. So crazy, right? She did such a good job, you guys. It's so phenomenal. Like, she was great. The acting was great. Everything was great. I'm glad she was given that opportunity. And all I have to say is go and support it, you girls. If you have the time, if you have the money, make sure you go and watch the Odyssey with Lupita Nyong'o. Make sure you give her some love, online if you can, because what the actual heck, let's give her love so that more dark skinned black actresses are cast in order to play whomever, since we live in a work world now. That shouldn't be a problem, and if it is, oh well. We also had to just take it while Zoe played Nina Simone. So I guess, again, for the third and last time, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. I genuinely don't see any problem here. All I have to say is circuler, y a rien à voir. There's nothing to see here. Since Zendaya is the face of Black womanhood. And don't be obtuse in the comment, you guys. We all know that the average monoracial Black woman looks more like me than she does Zendaya. Okay, the average and ambiguous Black woman resemble more Nina Simone than she does Zendaya. Yes, even Black American women. Okay, and I know a lot of you all suffer from feature blindness and skin tone blindness, but the majority, as in 51%, you guys at least, okay, of monoracial, unambiguous Black women who are born from two Black parents, look a lot more like Nina Simone and like myself than they do Zendaya or Zoe Saldana. That is the unfortunate truth. I know a lot of y'all don't like that, and a lot of y'all are delusional about what you look like, but that is still the truth, okay? No amount of denying it is going to make it less true, and it's certainly not comparing yourself to the Black women that you are one or two shade lighter than that is going to make it less true. Okay, I know y'all. There's nothing some Black women love more than comparing themselves to other Black women that they are one or two shade lighter than. LOL. Then I don't see a problem with Lupita being casted to play Helen the Troy. Yeah, you guys, there's really not much I can say about this. I was asked by a commenter if I could give my opinion on this. This is what I think. I think Lupita Nyong'o is the perfect woman to play Helen the Troy because she's dubbed that gorgeous. So that is a very accurate depiction of Helen the Troy according to, Greek mythical books. Helen was depicted as somebody who was so pretty that she could get men to go to war for her, like I said in the beginning of the video. And I feel like Lupita embodies that perfectly, to absolute perfection. She is drop dead gorgeous. So yeah, you girls, that's really what I think about it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Maybe one day when they make a biopic of Martha Stewart and you guys understand that Martha Stewart is not a historical figure, just a very, very rich white woman, and I understand that she's still alive, so they won't make any biopic about her soon. But maybe when they decide to do one, they will cast a dark-skinned Black woman to do it, and I'll be elated and I'll go and see it. I'll be in support of it because, again, what's good for the good is good for the gander. So I really don't care about Lupita Nyong'o playing Ellen Detroit, and I don't think any Black woman should. I don't think that any Black woman should be online, saying anything negative about this. This is great. Let it happen. Stay out of it. I think collectively that's what we should do. I think collectively we should just stay out of it. Let's support Lupita, by going to theaters if we can. And if we can't, let's just be quiet or, be in support of it. But I really don't want to see any Black woman being against this because why would you be, right? Lupita is the perfect Ellen Detroit, in my opinion, given what we know about her. But yeah, you guys, that is really my opinion on the subject. I'm just rambling by now, so I'm gonna love and leave you here. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. In the comment section down below, let me know. Did you learn about the Troy War in school? And how do you feel about Lupita Nyong'o portraying Helen the Troy? Do not forget to subscribe to my channel as well as becoming a member. And as always, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Mwah.